Welcome back, Remodelites, to another exciting episode of Remodel Rundown. I'm Dave with Remodel Media, and in this session, Pooja already left a comment here. It will join in today's session, but he may be a little bit late. That's all right, Pooja. So, uh, in today's session, we're going to talk about the top 6 different kitchen and bath manufacturers that are actually made in the US. In today's world climate with the coronavirus and everything going on, the biggest challenge a lot of customers are having is related to the supply chain. And basically what that means is there's a lot of product that's coming out of China. And customers are looking for alternatives. Pooja, welcome to the party. So customers are looking for alternatives to product that is made in China. A lot of customers are looking for it. And a lot of customers are asking me, well, I want to support something that is American made. How can I do that? And I have, a couple of responses to that. One of those is be prepared to pay for an American made product, because with very few exceptions, and I'll share some of those exceptions with you, most American made products are much more expensive than their Chinese or Taiwanese or overseas imports where labor is cheaper. So without any further ado, we're going to roll the intro and we're going to get right into it. So if this is your first time catching my channel, my name is Dave. This channel is Remodel Media, and my mission in life is to eliminate regret. I've seen a lot of projects and a lot of customers and a lot of regrets. I've seen a lot of things go well too, and I like to point out the ways people can make things go better for themselves. So when it comes to American-made products, there's a lot of assumption that American-made products are more expensive, and for the most part, they are correct. However, there are some incredibly value-oriented American-made products that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you 3 bathroom lines and 3 kitchen lines that are worth looking at when it comes to American-made product. So first off is I'm going to share my screen with you here, and we're going to called Strasser. Now, Strasser Wood or Strasser Wooden Works, their website is strasserwood.com. These guys are actually made in Woodinville, Washington. They are American made. They employ workers right here in the United States of America. And they have several different designs and styles. And they're as close as you can get to a custom vanity line without necessarily actually, they can do custom designs too. But they have many, many different built-in designs in their catalog. So I'm going to go over some of those designs, some of those options, and we're going to go through and I'm going to show you how to build a Strasser vanity using their own website. It's actually very, very simple. So when you're looking at the Strasser website, first thing you want to do is you want to go over here to see our collections. Under bathroom vanities and cabinets, you go to see our collections. And in this, you'll see, and each main style is going to have several sub-styles, which I'll get into. You'll have that Alki style, which is a sort of a standard furniture type. You'll notice it's raised off the ground, but it does have both doors and drawers. You have the Belltown, which is a also a furniture type, but it is it's all drawers. There's no doors in it. You have the Soto, which is their wall-mounted series. You have the New Halem, which is sort of a variation on that furniture style as well. Has more of a tapered leg as opposed to the square leg of the others right here. And it's just a little bit more contemporary. You have the Wallingford, which is has a little bit of an arched appearance right here at the toe kick. You have, of course, the Ravina, which is a cabinet style in the sense that it goes all the way to the floor here. But it has that arch in front of the toe kick. And what that means to you is that you're going to have sort of a look of a furniture style without having to actually have that area underneath there for all the dust bunnies to collect. So you have, of course, the Montlake series. The Montlake series is what you would consider a traditional cabinet. It's a cabinet style. It's got a toe kick on the bottom, and we can put it together a lot of different ways. You have their Eurolav, which they've had for a lot of years. I got to admit, I have not sold that many of them. It's a narrow vanity with sort of a recessed toe kick. And they actually do have some new products as well, as far as mirrors and lighting and things like that as well. So we're gonna start with the Alki series just because that has the most options and it's one of their more popular styles. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on that Alki series, and what you're gonna see right in here is there's 4 main categories. You have that Alki Essence, which is the one that's featured right here. You have the Alki Spa, which is open at the bottom. It gives you a little bit more open space. Alki Cafe, which has cubbies instead of drawers. It still has a couple of drawers, but it has several open cubbies as well. You have the Alki View. And the Alki View, the difference is the door goes from bottom to top, as opposed to the Alki Essence, which has a drawer underneath the set of doors. So I would say probably the Alki Essence and the Alki View are probably the most popular. So we're just going to do an Alki View right now. And so what we're going to do here is you check out this on the side where it says Visualize. So let's say you wanted to do an Alki View vanity. You would select that. And they have slab door, which is just a flat door. They have a shaker. They have a deco miter, which is a little bit more of a decorative design. And then they have an OG miter, which is a little bit more traditional. Probably shaker's one of the most popular designs. Although in the Alki View, I think the slab door shows best, personally. They have a lot of different colors. Dove gray or powder gray right here is one of the best. One of the most interesting colors, I think. It's not quite white, but it's a very light color, so it goes with a lot of different designs. And then you have your sizes, anything from a 72-inch double, 60-inch double, etc. So 60-inch double is actually a very popular design, so we're going to select that. And now that we've made all those selections, we can actually scroll back up to the top, click the link right here where it says click to see your Alki View slab powder gray vanity. And look, we've created the vanity that we had in mind. And there you go. So, and you can do that with any one of their vanities, and you can email your local dealer. You can email me, and we can get you a price on something like this if that's what you want. You can play around all day long, come up with like 3 or 4 different designs. A side note is right now they're running about a 4-week lead time because everything again is made in the USA. It's made to order. And oh, here's a neat little add-on down here. You look at the vanity, it's 34.5 inches tall, which used to be an upgrade. Now that is a standard feature. So with the countertop, you're going to be at 36 inches, which is a traditional kitchen counter height. So uh, yeah, easy for me to say, right? So you've got 21 and 18 inches deep, 21, 18 and a half. 18 and a half is more of a Euro depth. It's more of a narrow depth. And then 21 inches more of your standard vanity depth. So those are your options there. And from there, you can go and pick out countertops, or they have a few prefab ones that you can pick out as well. So Strasser is a great vanity company that is made in the U.S. and uh, you can get, and the pricing is incredibly affordable for something that's made in the U.S. The next one is Roburn. Now, anyone who's ever been around medicine cabinets has probably heard the name Roburn. Roburn has a factory out in Pennsylvania. They are closed right now. However, I heard they may be reopening in the next week or two as soon as the governor releases uh, the restrictions they have going on there. But like the other one, we're going to go on to products. And let's say you're looking for a lighted or a medicine cabinet. Now, here's the cool thing about it. Now, they have a lot of high tech, quite expensive medicine cabinets that go upwards of five, six, $7,000. However, it doesn't have to be that way. You can do something that is like an R3 series right here, a few basic options. They don't have power, or even if you wanted to add power, simple like a little power strip in there where you plug in your electric toothbrush. You go to the PL series here and get just a few basic designs. Like let's say, yeah, 20 by 30 by 4 inches deep. It's made to be recessed. List price is $879, which means, I would end up selling it to you probably for around 600, because this is an MSRP, not necessarily the final sale price. So you'd be down closer to 600 with something like this, and then maybe add 100 if you wanted to do a surface mount kit uh, like this instead of recessing it in the wall. So you don't necessarily have to be going high end just to add things like power in the medicine cabinets. You can do that on the scale of hundreds of dollars rather than thousands. But Roburn has several different series. I'll outline each of their series in order here. So when it comes to medicine cabinets for Roburn, you have the R3 series. Now the R3 series is their contractor series. This series fits most standard cutouts and is available in only a few different shapes and sizes. And we've got some friends on TikTok that are in the chat as well. Come on over to YouTube and we'll chat more about medicine cabinets. Let's see. Okay, so the R3 series, contractor series, you can see, something in a 16 by 20, 279 MSRP. Not very expensive, but one of the things that you get with even this series is a nice high-end metal cabinet with mirrored interior glass shelves, and it's mirrored inside and out, and it's mirrored on the back of the door, so you can actually open the door, look at yourself, and so you don't have to go cheap even if you want to go inexpensive. You can get a beveled edge like you see here. You can get a polished edge right here, which is just a flat edge. So that's the R3 series. We already covered the PL series, which is the next step up. The next step up from the PL series is their M series cabinets and their mainline cabinets. Mainline cabinets and M series cabinets are the same. The only difference is the mainline are the framed ones and the M series are frameless. I sell far more M series than I do mainline series, but they're available in both regular medicine cabinet and full-length medicine cabinet as well. One of the add-ons that you can do with the M series, one of the best add-ons I think, is when you get an electric when you get an electric package, it can come with a night light and a defogger built into your medicine cabinet. So that's the M series in a nutshell. Again, as we go up, notice we are going upwards in price. Now we're in the thousands. But the point is that Roburn, for an American-made company, they have products that meet just about everybody's needs. One of their one of their flagship products here that they came out with about a little over 10, 12 years ago now is the Uplift cabinet. I think this one came out in 2009, so about 11 years ago. Now the Uplift cabinet is neat. You can get it with the light, without the light. You can get it with electric, without electric. And it can range in price from, MSRP of 2,600 all the way up to grand, with all the bells and whistles, 4,300. So just depends on what you're looking there. Roburn, side note, is a Kohler company. So they are owned by Kohler, the company out of Wisconsin. However, Roburn is still a standalone company in many respects. They have their own facilities. They're not pulling from Kohler facilities. In fact, many of the Kohler medicine cabinets that you see are actually a Roburn medicine cabinet. Let's see. So we've got, and then the last, as far as a bathroom line, the third bathroom line that I want to share with you is faucets, and it's a company called Filrich. And Filrich faucets are actually made in Costa Mesa, California. And it was originally founded by a husband and wife team back in, I believe it was the 50s, named Phyllis and Richard. And Phyllis and Richard have since retired, and now the company is actually owned by a gentleman named Jeff Escalette, as well as some of his investors, I believe. But these are all solid brass, ceramic disc, quarter turn. They are every bit as high-end a faucet as just about any other faucet that's on the market. But I want to draw your attention to some things here. Price-wise, they are super competitive. When you look at something like this Basic 2 series right here, MSRP is $575 for a solid brass faucet. You get something like this from any other brand, you're going to be looking, if we look at even probably the closest competitor would be like a Newport Brass or something like that, which, to be honest, I don't even think Newport Brass is 100% made in the U.S. anymore. But you look at something like the Linear series here, which is very similar in design to that Basic series. And list price is $847 in chrome. And here's the kicker. If you want it in like a brushed nickel or any other finish, price is now $1187 and up, depending on the finish. Versus Filrich, you want it in satin brass? Oh, it's still $575. You want it in matte black? Oh, it's still $575. And again, this is MSRP. It's not even your final price. The only finishes they really upcharge for are the actual 24 karat gold finishes. So, now the price doubles, right? But if you're not doing 24 karat gold, but you want to do like a matte black, but you don't want to break the bank, then yeah, you're going to be paying the same price as you would for a standard chrome faucet. And in this sense, you're getting the best bang for your buck, both in quality and in price. Now, like a lot of these others, what you do give up sometimes is lead time. I forgot to mention Roburn's lead time. Roburn's lead time, they have a few basic setups in the PL series and in the R3 series in stock, but basically the rule of thumb is everything else is made to order, and anything with electric is usually made to order. So you're looking at 4 to 6 weeks, generally speaking. And then with Phil Rich, you're right around 4 to 6 weeks too. They are still open. I just spoke to them today about an order we have going, so they are available. And so moving into the kitchen, I wanted to introduce you to this brand, which you may already know, even if you don't realize you know it. If you've ever actually, if you've ever gotten a drink from a 7-Eleven, pulled a drink out of the cooler, chances are very good you pulled it out of a true manufacturer refrigerator. However, they don't just do commercial, although that is where they got their start. They are, of course, made in Missouri. And these guys are well, hello. We got some more folks in the chat. Come on over to YouTube and join the party. You can see what I'm looking at here. True, which is made in Missouri. And they have under-counter refrigerators. They have built-in refrigerators now. They have custom colors, stainless steel interiors, all the high-end things. And now these guys are not inexpensive. These guys are one of the more expensive brands, but when you compare them to others of similar quality, like a Sub-Zero or something like that, they're actually usually a little bit less. So if you're in a high-end project where you know you're going to be spending, 12 to 16 or, sometimes 20 grand on a Sub-Zero refrigerator, and you want to cut that 20 grand down to 16, check out True. So, everything, of course, is relative. Many folks are not going to put it in a $16,000 refrigerator, and that's okay too. So, but True, like a lot of these products, is made to order. So it is assembled when you place your order, and as such, it does have something akin to about a 4 or 8 week lead time. I actually just did in San Bernardino. Give me a second here. Let me pull up. No, not San Bernardino. I'm sorry. Bakersfield. A customer just got a custom True. I want to see if I have a drawing of that, because when they do custom colors like you saw in some of those photos, True Manufacturing does have you sign off on a custom color sheet. I have a black and white printout, but not a custom color kit. Actually, I think oh, no, that's just the PDF. All right, sorry, I thought I had something to show you there, but anyway, we did it in Bakersfield, and she's very happy with it. That particular fridge the base fridge was about 10, and then you add in the custom colors on the handles and custom colors on the door, and now you're more like a 12. 10, went from 10 to 12,000. So um, sorry, I'll try and talk a little louder than the noise. It is dinner time. We'll cut him some slack. All right. So Waterstone right here is um, a company. I actually did an interview with. I did an interview with Darcy, the owner of Waterstone, and I will play a snippet of it for you right now. But Waterstone is a company based in Murrieta, California, so just north of Temecula, and right there in the wine country. And they are they hand make everything right there in the factory. They start with raw brass, which is American sourced, and they CNC machine everything down to whatever the faucet is that you are doing. So, Waterstone. Here we go. Waterstone. Let's see. Pardon me just a moment, folks. Here we go. Here is all right.
Really cool, really funky bathroom
So
fixtures.
they are getting into the bath series this year, but the
That's awesome. All right.
Available in all finishes.
Of course. I would expect nothing less from Waterstone. 31 different flavors, just like
33, my
Baskin.
friend.
Oh, 33, excuse me.
let's see. I want to play you the snippet where she talks.
All right, now take me back to 1999 for
Yes.
just a second. Everybody's doing the
Killing me.
Macarena.
You're killing me.
All right, and
And
how did that decision come about? Did your husband come home and say, "Honey, I want to sell faucets"? How did that happen?
Kind of. I think it was kind of an accident. We kind of fell into it, and he wanted to always run his own company.
Okay.
And we started with about 5 employees.
All right.
And there was a point in time there when we were actually answering the phone in our living room. It was very small, and we had a couple of machines to run our parts, and that was our meager beginnings out of the back of a trailer, actually. And it just grew from there. We just kept getting ideas to grow and grow, and we kept hiring great people, and yeah, and now we have about 150 people that work in the day shift, and I think we have about 20 or so that do the evening shift, and we have representation all over the United States and Canada and Mexico.
Awesome. So I got the opportunity recently to tour the Decor Appliances factory.
So let's see. So that just tells you a little bit about their start, but they make everything solid brass or solid steel, depending on what the faucet is. And I actually also did a factory tour vlog recently, so you can. I'll link that up down below. Again, these guys are not an inexpensive brand. They are probably one of the most expensive kitchen faucets that's out there, but they're also the highest quality, and they're literally the only kitchen faucet that's 100% American made. So for them, a very inexpensive faucet is going to run you close to or right around $1,000 as far as a main kitchen faucet. And some of them, the wheel is going to get upwards of 4,000 or 5,000. So just so you have a sense. Now, Venahood. Now, Venahood is a company that has products that range from probably like $500 or $600 for a hood up to we could find things that are 5, 6, 8,000 if we really wanted to. They can go as custom as you want to go because they own all their own metal facilities. The long story short is these guys are in the Dallas area, Richmond, Texas, I believe. But they're in the Dallas area, and they've been making vent hoods for over 100 years, or almost 100 years, 1933. So about almost 90 years. And they patented the magic lung. Now, the magic lung is their specific type of ventilation technology. They are the only hood company that is 100% fire rated, and they are literally the quietest hood you will ever have. They are the best hood to have. They don't make a lot in the way of ductless. Everything is meant to be ducted out, and they do hoods and they do them well, and that is it. And they're working on the third generation now of family to the Woodall family. It's in the third generation hands now. So their magic lung technology. I'll do a follow-up video very soon on that. But long story short is they're one of the most powerful and one of the quietest hoods that you will ever find. So let's see. Let me show you something on their website that's actually really, really handy here. So let's look at ventahood.com. They do have where are we here? Here we go. Build a hood. So we're in the United States. And so if you wanted even just a basic magic lung under cabinet hood, you could build it right now. And it would actually give you an approximate retail price. And they use Autodesk Configurator, which a lot of companies do. I like to click this little box right here so I can make all the changes I want. So like, let's say I actually want this in a 48 because it's going to go over a 48-inch cooktop or something like that, let's say. And then we're going to do, I'm going to do, 600 CFM, which their 600 is here we go. We click update, 1665 for a very high functioning hood. What if we wanted to update this to Gunsmoke? Now, interestingly enough, this Gunsmoke, which is a dark metallic finish, like a charcoal gray, is actually less expensive than a stainless steel, even though it's a stainless steel hood anyway. But you can get the basic painted finishes, biscuit, black, white, and Gunsmoke, less expensive than you can stainless steel. Interesting. Now, the painted finishes are obviously made to order and, again, can be something like a 4 to 6 week lead time. So they require some planning. We talked about Phil Rich. We talked about Vinahood. We talked about Waterstone. I didn't, you know what I did not do is I did not walk you through the true manufacturing configurator here in their residential line. So we're going to click the create button right here. And you always start with like a base model, right? So let's say you're replacing that old, Sub-Zero or some other built-in 48-inch unit, and you click customize. And you want to do something kind of snazzy. You want to do like a matte black with maybe like a satin brass handle or something like that. Or matte black and copper. That's what we did for this other customer. Then we'll say edit. We don't want a wine column. Are you sure you're finished for now? Yeah. Do. Oh, there it is. Matte black and copper customize. There we go. Side by side. And bada bing, bada boom. Right there. You can share specs, download, request a quote, which will send an email to somebody like me in your area, and or start over, do something completely different. So in the side-by-sides, they have a 42 and a 48. So as far as anybody in the chat, do you have any questions so far? Pooja, are you still there? Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you got some good information out of this episode. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. And as always, go ahead and click here for more videos. Go ahead and click here to subscribe. And if you're catching this on the replay, I will catch you in the next one. Thanks, Pooja. See you next time. You're very welcome for the informative session.